shelves right now. We're talking about those high energy drinks.
And lots of different brands with the same goal, to give you an extra boost. Sarah Wall takes a closer look at what you're actually drinking. It's a Fox 10 News special report.
They're everywhere with promises to keep you focused, revved, and energized. But how do high-energy drinks really work? The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention just released a new study that found energy drinks can cause sleep problems and daytime sleepiness among U.S. soldiers in combat zones. The Food and Drug Administration is investigating claims that a high-energy drink contributed to the deaths of 5 people this year. And the state of New York is looking into whether the companies that make the drinks are misleading consumers about how much caffeine is in the drinks. So, are they safe?
Okay. So I'm measuring this window.
Britton McPherson is a construction superintendent. He turns to high-energy drinks, specifically Red Bull, to get his day going.
When I get up in the morning and go to work, just kind of gives you that little kick when you're having a slow morning.
And he is not alone. Energy drinks are the go-to solution for lots of busy people. In fact, the drinks have become the fastest-selling category in the beverage industry. The reason? They can give you an extra boost of energy. That comes mainly from caffeine.
It's a stimulant, so what it does is it crosses the barrier into your brain. It makes you be more alert, makes your heart beat faster, kind of focuses you.
In a new study from Consumer Reports, testers found that the amount of caffeine differs widely among drinks, with as much as 260 milligrams per serving. Compare that to a 12-ounce cola, which has about 50 milligrams of caffeine. In moderation, doctors say caffeine is okay, but in excess, or if you have a medical condition or are taking medication, it could be a problem.
Well, it can increase your heart rate to the point where your heart doesn't relax enough. And if you have underlying disorders, then that potentially, underlying disorders in the blood vessels, then yeah, potentially those aren't going to deliver enough oxygen to the muscle.
The other energy boost in some drinks is sugar. Once again, in moderation, experts say sugar is just fine, but too much can cause a change in your waistline.
And that weight gain can lead to being overweight, obesity, and that has a direct impact on increasing likelihood of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and many other health ailments.
Experts say the key to these kinds of energy drinks is moderation and also some research and knowledge about your own medical condition. But they say these kinds of drinks are never okay for children.
Children should never, ever have high energy drinks.
Doctors warn caffeine can be dangerous for kids. It can lead to problems with concentration, behavior, and sleep. Instead, moms and dads should focus on making sure their children get enough sleep and filling them up with the right foods. Whole grains, for example, are a good source of energy.
And you really want to get those good whole grains. So your whole grain bread, your fruits, your vegetables, those natural things that are going to give you a good source of energy.
I have to measure each one.
But for Britton McPherson, as 50 to 60-hour work weeks add up, the convenience of an energy drink is hard to pass up.
I don't like coffee, and so just to give me that little energy boost in the morning, you take a Red Bull. I got a door inside.
And as long as he keeps an eye on his health and keeps moderation in mind, experts say he's on the right track.
Experts say you really need to check the labels before you drink a high-energy drink, but it may be difficult to find out the amount of caffeine in each one. The FDA does not require the makers of the drinks to list specific amounts. So we did some digging, and we have that information for you, along with more on high-energy drinks on our website, Fox 10.